Very good weapon. You do see it crop up in a lot of Kung Fu or just general Chinese martial arts styles. In this video, I'm going to be talking all about the Chinese tiger fork we have for sale at Enso Martial Arts. I'm going to be talking a bit about its history, why you'd want to train with this, who uses it, and at the end, I'm going to put together a short montage of people training with the tiger fork. Hi, my name's Doug Swift. I've been doing martial arts for the past 34 years and I've been the owner of Enso Martial Arts for the past 17 years. If you're liking this video, click the little icon, subscribe to this channel and get all the latest videos from Enso Martial Arts. So let's get into this video and learn all about the Chinese tiger fork we have for sale at Enso. Now, as the name suggests, it is thought that these were actually designed to fend off tigers. That does seem to be what the history is. So, and if not tigers, other big predatory animals. So it's quite a big head, and you can imagine that it would probably do quite well jabbing it at a tiger or something. Now, tigers are pretty big and pretty ferocious, so I don't fancy it, but if you had no other option, maybe this would be something that would work quite well. You know, I guess if there was 10 of you and you all had a good fork and you could poke it into the tiger, then that would work pretty well. And then from there, it's pretty easy to see how something like this would then progress onto just being a general weapon for protection or fighting or whatever. You know, if you live in a little village and you're used to prodding it at tigers to try and not get eaten, then if you've got a group of bandits or another, you know, neighbouring village trying to attack you, then you'd probably be relatively handy at using this and jabbing people with it. So why not? It does make sense. It does seem to sort of fit in terms of the progression from a tool and then moving into martial arts. So I guess when all the tigers disappeared, it then became something that you could just train with and yeah, try and bash other people with and whatnot. Very good weapon. You do see it crop up in a lot of Kung Fu or just general Chinese martial arts styles. It does sort of seem to be part of a lot of the southern styles. You know, it does pop up in Shaolin. You do see it like in a lot of different Kung Fu styles, and we do seem to sell quite a few of them. They're quite popular and relatively hard to get hold of as well. So when we get them, they do tend to go pretty quick, which is good, but obviously we'd like to be able to supply everyone we could. So it's definitely a supply issue on these. So yeah, if you see that we've got one in stock, just grab it. It's not worth sort of thinking about. It's definitely worth just grabbing it while we've got them in. It's a pretty big weapon. It's definitely a pain to send out online because it's got this huge head. I mean, compare it to my head, it's pretty big. So you've got these huge 3 prongs that kind of curve round, and you do see different designs of them sort of throughout history, but this design now is pretty much settled. This is kind of really the only tiger fork I've seen on sale in China, so it's pretty standard. Now it is solid, which is really good for Shaolin weapons. It does also make it a fair bit heavier, so all these bars are really solid, and then obviously you need the shaft to be hollow so you can stick the wood inside it. You also get all this horsehair, which you do see on spears and other such weapons. Now the history of this is pretty gruesome, but they say that if you get blood on the actual stick, it can make it really sticky and hard to use. So this hair was designed to divert the blood away from the stick and drip it off, so you've got a nice staff that you can carry on using. Pretty gruesome, but that is the general story for the reason why this horsehair exists. Now on the other end, you do get a metal cap, which helps keep the wood nice and safe, and I guess also it'd be very useful for bashing if needed to, while you're fending off tigers. So yeah, if the sharp pointy end failed, I guess. Very good, very popular Kung Fu weapon that we sell at Enso Martial Arts. So just having a look at the dimensions, as you can see, it's quite tall. So for one of the Chinese long weapons, it definitely does fit into that category. One of the longer weapons that we have at Enso. So it's just shy of 2 meters. It comes in, if I can bend this over properly, 198 centimeters or 78 inches. Now the width of this is pretty useful to know. So that comes in at 15 inches or 38 centimeters. Now I put all of the dimensions I can think of on the website. Go and check that out and get all the information you need on the tiger fork. And just having a look at the weight, this weighs in about 1.7, 1.8 kilos. So for a kung fu weapon, it's definitely on the heavier side of a lot of the weapons that are out there. So yeah, this type of weapon will give you a really good workout. So at Enso Martial Arts, we pride ourselves on having a wide range of pretty rare kung fu weapons. So as well as the Shaolin Tiger Fork, we also sell double meteor hammers, 3 different sizes of the kung fu iron rings, leather bullwhips, the Shaolin monk spade, 4 different types of 3-section staff. Now, I've never actually trained in tiger fork, so I'm not a particular expert on the exact techniques that are specific to tiger fork. So I thought I'd chuck in a montage just so you can see the fork in action. Thanks very much for watching. I hope it was useful. I hope you learned loads about the Chinese tiger fork we have for sale at Enso. If you like this video, click the little icon, subscribe to this channel and get all the latest videos and updates from Enso Martial Arts. Thanks very much, and I'll see you soon. Cheers!